Good morning, everybody. Kalimera. Happy 100 or day 138 of the year. How are you feeling this morning? It's a beautiful blue sky, sunny day here in Athens. Few clouds, but it's just so magical here. I keep going on about the light in Greece, but it's just incredible. I absolutely love the light here, the way it changes throughout the day, the morning light, the midday light, the evening light, the sun, all of it. I'm in love with Greece, in case you can't tell. Just really enjoying my time here and enjoying this beautiful yin start to my day on the balcony. How are you? How did you wake up? How is the day looking in your part of the world, wherever you are? Remember to check in with what's going on in the environment around you. Take a few deep breaths outside in nature this morning. Just connect with nature. Remember that as a human being, you are also part of the natural world. So just take a few moments to be. Remember, you are a human being. You're not a human doing. So being, especially in the morning when we're kind of in that yin relaxed state, it's a beautiful way to start your day. So hopefully you are enjoying some nice yin time and just being one with nature this morning. As I said, we're on day 138 of the year. And according to 365 Tao by Deng Ming Tao, day 138 is on the subject of scholasticism. So grab your book, grab your journal and something to write with, and find a nice quiet and comfy place where you're not going to be disturbed for the next 15 minutes or so while we read together. And let's see what this little book of wisdom has to say for us about the subject of scholasticism on day 138 of the year. Ocean inside a skull cap, seeking the universal code in letters. The mind is like a flower on icy water, an eye within the petals. The intellect is one of the thorniest problems for a spiritual aspirant. One cannot do without it, indeed it is essential, and yet one can allow it to remain totally dominant. Think about that. You've got your intellectual side and you've got your spiritual side. So you do it, they're both essential. You can't allow something to be completely dormant. So it's all about that balance, right? You've got to balance the intellect and the spiritual. Just another part of life that needs the yin and yang balance. The intellect must be fully developed before it is brought to a point of neutrality. Unless this is done, it will act as a block, and there will not be any ultimate spiritual success. Scholarship is thus an important first step. Education is a means of gaining access to the conventional world, of satisfying our curiosity, and of avoiding superstitious tendencies. There can be no talk of delving into philosophical mysteries if one has not even satisfied one's curiosity about nature, civilization, mathematics, and language. But once mental cultivation is achieved, one must focus increasingly on a part of the mind that is far beyond the scholarly. The intellect uses discrimination, categorization, and dualistic distinctions in highly sophisticated ways. By contrast, spiritual contemplation involves no discrimination, no categorization, and no dualism. So it has very little need for scholasticism. It is pure action that requires the totality of our inner beings. This is why I'm not a city person. It's so distracting to me to have all of this noise going on, especially first thing in the morning. But anyway, let's continue. It needs pure involvement, not mere study. The proper use of the intellect is to give it free play, develop it to an extraordinary degree, and yet to leave it behind when spiritual action is required. A sage knows how to balance and combine both. So that's something to contemplate this morning on this beautiful Wednesday morning. No, sorry, what is it? Wednesday, sorry, Monday morning. I don't even know what day it is. So you're thinking about balancing and combining, right? So you've got your two things going on that we're speaking about this morning. Scholasticism, so the intellect, and spirituality, so your spiritual practice. And those are two seemingly very, very different things, right? Those are the yin and the yang that we have to figure out how to balance. But then it also says here we need to combine those, right? And it also says up here in the first paragraph that you can't just dump one for the other. You have to have that combination of both. So you got to use your brain, you got to be intellectual, but you also have to have a spiritual side to what you're doing as well. And that's kind of what we're doing here as part of this practice, and committing to this little 15 minutes of the day that we're starting with, this 1% of our day, by reading something that's, can be considered spiritual, the Tao, the 2,500-year-old philosophy from ancient China. But then we don't just follow that blindly. We also have to live our lives in the modern world. We need to be intellectual. We need to, as it says here, we need to have scholasticism. As it says here, we need to go out and explore the world, nature, civilization, mathematics, language. We have to do all of those things as well. So it's finding that balance between two seemingly opposite things. And that doesn't just apply to today's passage. That's just a great thing to think about at life in general. If you think about the yin and the yang symbol, always black, white, night, day, male, female, like all of these seemingly opposites, they need to be balanced and harmonizing with each other. And they're actually, when you combine them, they're very complementary. So maybe sit and think about that today. Think about like a spiritual practice that you have. Think about your intellectual pursuits that you like as well. And maybe you want to make a little, like you can divide a page in half. Write some things down that you really enjoy about being intellectual. Write some things down that you really, really enjoy about being spiritual, and see if there's any crossover with those things. It might interest you. It might be quite surprising actually what you come up with when you put those down on paper and give it some thought. Maybe sit and meditate it, and that can be your journaling prompt for this morning. So I wish you a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you so much for being here for 138 days of the year, and I will check in with you tomorrow. Bye.